Alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gon' give her some. Let's reflect times, I try to collect minds from complex rhymes. And by the way, shout out Tech 9. Go and shut the up, just let me talk. I'm a time bomb that's waiting to go off. Quite nuclear, amazing what fame could do to you. Too peculiar, although I'm truly a renaissance starter. My mind divine, it take me a lot farther. Growing up, I really had beef with my father. But why bother explaining my feelings? Try harder, but either way they gon' paint you the villain. 8 months with no phone, dog, we aiming for brilliance. High level maintaining the building, we making a killing. Alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. A wise man told me that silence never betrayed them. Keep your mouth shut, cause got ultimatum. Stupid situations, the tongue often creates them. The motor mouth is usually causing mayhem.
Lil' tune, flow sinister, I'ma finish him. Many men gon' need ministers, I make men in them. Enemies, I'm the enema, I'ma on them. Just like my keys, drop my on a dinner work. My thoughts I keep confidential, it's consequential. Philosophies unidentical, I'm not into ya. My Siamese brother Benjamin, that's how I stick to him. These diamond bees, all VBs, I call them Vivica. Skating underneath a bridge, stay hustling as it is. Make money, feed the kids, ain't nothing in the fridge. Wake up, repeat the sins, I need a 10, stay muddy to the
today. From Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia. It's Week 8 of the NFL on EA Sports. Brady and the Atlanta Falcons versus Andy Dalton and the Carolina Panthers.
First opened in 2017, there's a look at the beautiful state-of-the-art Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, GA. Today, we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Carolina Panthers and the Atlanta Falcons. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gautin along with Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Falcons team as they enter play. They come in off another victory a weekend ago. That ran their win streak up to 7 now.
And I think that win last week established them as Super Bowl frontrunners. They're playing with confidence and swagger, and you need that to go a long way.
No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. They're led out by a 3-time Pro Bowler, owner of over 35,000 passing yards in 11 seasons, the veteran Andy Dalton.
I love his football IQ. I love his ability to have people rally around him. And as he likes to remind me all the time when I get ready to call one of his games, I can run it a little bit too. A nice presence to have on your team.
Play action now, Dalton. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Hurst. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The numbers for him from a week ago, 7 catches, 60 yards.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is the #1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Dalton. He'll fight his man, Laviska Shenault. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. So Dalton now. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Marshall. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll go again with Sanders. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Running right, here's Sanders. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone.
10 more there and another first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Up the middle they go with Sanders. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. A 33-yarder from the left hash. This is up and good from Pinheiro. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead.
And all in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start, because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well. So you
look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Falcons. From one end zone to the other, 101 yards. And the Falcons have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. So they gave up the field goal, but boom, they get it right back. Don't even worry about getting their offense on the field. They return it on the kickoff.
So I see your 3 points.
And raise you.
And raise you 6. Double it up, coming right back at them. And if that's going to be the trade all game long, someone's going to be very happy with the end result.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff.
And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25.
The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out and out joy.
And right away, he lost the football, and the Falcons grab it. So here are the Falcons with great field position to start out.
They'll be led out by a man in his 23rd NFL season. Still doing it at age 45, Tom Brady.
And I think if you ask most folks to give you their first half MVP, Very likely they're going to say it's this man right here. The NFL's leader in touchdown passes to this point in the season. Still 2 months to go. But if he can keep going to the pace he's at, this is going to be a dangerous team come January, and he could very well walk away with the MVP.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Justin Jefferson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
Tucker now to add the point after. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Micah Parsons in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. 3rd and long. What will Dalton dial up? That swung out wide to Sanders. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. This is taken at about the 14. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be Falcon football. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed. Deep ball. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. Brady gonna go on 4th down. He is gonna find Hill here. Touchdown, Falcons. And the Falcons' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Here's the Carrols. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Back-to-back back. Good plays have them on the move on first down. Play action here with Dalton. Edwards on the play. A one-handed catch, that's one thing, but with a defender right there, that was a heck of a play.
It used to be that one-handed catch was instinctive in a game. Now it's a practiced move. They work on it before, after, during practice sessions. It becomes part of their repertoire, and it pays off.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Sanders is into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown.
Did my eyes deceive me, or was that an I formation play that was just run there for a touchdown?
Little old school eye.
How about that? Was that a fullback?
And now it's blocked. This is going the other way, but he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Well, there's a blocked extra point. I remember playing, and we had one of those go against us. I remember our kicker and our holder told the head coach, just relax, coach. Why are you yelling? Don't worry about it. It's just 1 point. Oh, my. Those coaches see a point is gold to them because you never know how it's going to turn out later.
Exactly. That's why I was just going to say first quarter. We'll see if this has any implications as the game goes on.
I still can't believe they told the head coach to relax. Whoa.
Bad move. They'll roll him out right. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And he's going to step out of bounds at the 35-yard line. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 41 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 24 yards the gain there. Another first down as well.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for. A really good change of pace back.
Another run. This time McCaffrey. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it is stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Adam Thielen, he gets set to go again with the rest of this offense. Sitting right around the midpoint of the season, on pace for 1,000 yards. Good year so far, and I'm sure film study being devoted to him a little bit more on the other side.
They have to, because the pace that he's carrying right now, if you're pushing 1,000-yard pace as a receiver, that means he warrants your attention. And right now, precision is going on with their offense. Kind of like that timepiece you wear on your wrist. You know, that good stuff. You got to knock that off somehow. Chip away at that timing. Change things up a little bit and make them go to other things and make them do those things better.
Yeah, try to make him uncomfortable. Not many teams have been able to do that so far this year. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
Now left side on the swing pass. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down. Well, the Falcons and Panthers, of course, division rivals, but it wasn't a great year for either offense last year, that's for sure. You look at the final numbers. The Falcons, they were 29th in the league in total yardage. The Panthers were 30th. Certainly both. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Micah Parsons. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. So on now is Johnny Hekker to punt this one away. Now Hill to return it. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. But Charles, they're really stringing these possessions and scores together early. We're still in the first quarter, but if they can score again here, look out.
Yeah, and as you taught me when we're broadcasting games, one word we're supposed to avoid, and that's blowout. But that's exactly what's going on here. Down 3 possessions just the first quarter. That goes beyond any worst-case scenario we might have thought coming into this game. And another touchdown here, that should eliminate any hopes for any type of a comeback.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Brady's throw caught by his receiver Hill. And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Again, it's Brady rolling to his right. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Tyreek Hill with career touchdown number 75 as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing, Dalton. This is Chenault on the receiving end. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. And Dalton to throw. Able to complete this to Chenault. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Has a pretty good throw on the curl route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a 1st.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it was so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're...
Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. Nick Bosa. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Throwing on 2nd and long. Dalton. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. 3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. For Marshall, that's complete. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Johnny Hekker now as he's on to punt for Carolina. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory.
Justin Jefferson and the rest of this offense, they've got their helmets back on, and they're ready for this next series.
He's up over 100 yards, has the touchdown. He's a big-time receiver in this league, so the question becomes, how do you limit him going forward?
Well, you know the guys trying to cover him, they haven't had a whole lot of success thus far, and while they will still accept the challenge, maybe you have to change your focus. You have to get after the quarterback a little bit, disrupt his timing, because right now it feels like pitch and catch. Make sure he's not able to have clear sight lines to him, and maybe that'll slow him down.
And this is not the guy you want to let play pitch and catch.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. The tackle by Matthew Ioannidis. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now he'll throw with Brady. Being chased out left. Tom Brady flashing the mobility, scrambling there for a first down. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Throwing now is Brady. Eluding the pressure right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. The 4th touchdown pass of the game for Tom Brady.
And the Falcons are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Tucker with the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. So this drive spans 7 plays.
And it ends with a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
Adam Thielen, he gets set to go again with the rest of this offense. He's been good so far to this point in the second quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
They'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the second quarter. On 2nd and 7, Dalton. He's got a man. That's Marshall. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down. Here's Dalton. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. To throw again on 2nd down, Dalton.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll run with Sanders.
53 yards on the ground for him so far. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
To throw here, Dalton. And Sanders has got it complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Sanders. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Here comes Sanders on the toss right. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Dalton operating in the red zone now. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Falcons are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
He'll get it inside the 20. Touchdown! Justin Jefferson with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Falcons are an extra point away from going up by 40. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Some more great football coming your way in prime time to wrap up the month of October. It starts tonight. Could it be a Super Bowl preview? The Packers and Bills from Buffalo at 8:20 Eastern. And then tomorrow, Halloween night, Monday Night Football, the Bengals and Browns from Cleveland. And how this game has changed in importance in recent years. That starts at 8:15 Eastern. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
Tucker with the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. So the defense creating, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as This one's in the air. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Carolina offense about ready to go. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt, Charles, with that pick six.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
They start on the ground here at Sanders. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Another run with Sanders. Only a yard of the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, it's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
Here's Hill on the return. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
Flush to his right. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. Brady now on 1st down. Flushed out right. And going deep for Hill. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that's caught downfield by Kittle. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Play action. Now it's Brady. This one caught by Kittle. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's another 1st down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. McCaffrey will score. Touchdown, Atlanta. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And it'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returned. The possession yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say do something differently.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Another try after the first down sack. Dalton, 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll run at Sanders, and this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Here's Johnny Hacker now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Watch out for Hill on the return. So dangerous with a football in his hands. Call that a return of 38. Now the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, that has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Brady forced out to his left. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. On play action, now Brady. Finds Hill on the crossing route, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Tyreek Hill on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Falcons will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Tucker with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Panthers going to go back on offense here late in this first half. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Dalton, short throw underneath to Hurst. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Here's Dalton. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. They were in the dime. They had 6 defensive backs there, so go ahead and throw it. He threw it, and it hurt him.
It's almost thrown into a blanket of coverage, isn't it? You talk about the best defenders you have are the defensive backs. 6 of them on the field. You're almost asking for trouble, and that's exactly what they ran into. Ended up throwing a pick 6.
Yeah, 6 defenders and 6 points. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Well, the defense, they were all over that. As soon as that ball was in the air, it was dangerous. Not only was it intercepted, CD, but they return it for the touchdown.
Yeah, and he read that the entire way. He was reacting before other players had a chance to react themselves. Had the determination to say, this just won't be a pick. It's going to be 6 points as he takes it the other way to the end zone.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we are at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, good work in that first half. More from you guys in a minute. But first, let's get to some scores right here on the day before Halloween. We'll get started over at the Superdome in New Orleans. And it's the Saints who are out in front as that inches closer to halftime. Chris Olave, a touchdown reception. From there, let's head to AT&T Stadium as we check out the Cowboys at home in Dallas. And they trail the visiting Chicago Bears. Quarterback Justin Fields with 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, we head to the Gulf Coast and check on the Bucs at home in Tampa. And they couldn't get the job done as they fall to the visiting Baltimore Ravens. Devin Duvernay, well over 100 yards with 2 touchdown catches to boot. In the game you're watching, it's who else? Tom Brady with a strong first half. He's over 300 yards passing already. How high can he go? To find out, let's kick it back over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. Taken in at the 3. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Well, they got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down because they certainly are operating at peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about giving some of their backups a little bit of work, though. Let some other guys get on the field and do their thing and save some of this for the next time out.
And this one is incomplete.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
To throw again on second down. Brady steps away to his left. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Panthers are going to get the football back at their own 17.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Carolina getting set to take the field. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 73 yards on the ground now for Sanders. He's got a first down.
And the Panthers first down.
Now Dalton. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
He's second in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 31-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10, down at the 31. Now a carry for Sanders. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, second down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut.
As Sanders has it poked free, and the Falcons grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I know a lot of defensive coaches have certain guys on their squad that they look to as drive stoppers, guys who can make big plays, interceptions, knock it free. In this case, they didn't need one. The offense supplied it for them, just dropping the ball.
Yeah, and that was after they were doing so well on this drive through the air. They go to the ground, doesn't work. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Brady. Airing this one out for Evans. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. Well, CD, that helps the home team as they try to erase this deficit, give them the penalty for pass interference on the defense.
Yeah, and they certainly haven't been happy with what they've seen so far, have they?
And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Tyreek Hill. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Falcons are able to capitalize on the forced fumble by turning it into 6 points. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Justin Tucker sets the kickoff.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This offense returns to the field, and the former Penn State star Miles Sanders, we get a look at him. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the one touchdown. And it's out. He put it on the carpet, and the Falcons grab it. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Brady. And that'll be incomplete.
These are the situations that really test the defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick, if indeed they end up trying one.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. And that penalty will move the ball to the 1-yard line.
So difficult to cover a fade route, and you're talking about into the end zone, and sometimes you panic.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Dalvin Cook taking it in from a yard out. And the Falcons get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.